大家好，欢迎收看今天的靠谱在现场，我是洪城。今天在 C9 3-0 Africa 之后，我们很有幸采访到了今天的 ADC 选手 Sneaky. You can say hi to your Chinese friend.
Hello.
Yes. So let's start with what you're feeling right now.
I feel pretty good. We finally made it to semis. Something that I've never done, NA's never done, Cloud9. So it's such a huge achievement that yeah, it feels super nice, and I hope to be able to keep going too and make it to the finals.
Yeah, so you play a mean Lucian today. So why do you guys pick Lucian, and what's your strategy behind this champion?
Lucian's pretty much just a really strong champion right now. A lot of the games are centered around early mid game, and that's pretty much where he shines, and his builds are just super strong in that area. You know, you go play the Rune King and Essence Fever or Cleaver, whatever you like more. And it's just such a strong build that it's really hard to play against as any champion, honestly. Like, a lot of the champions will just get snowballed on out of control. Like, if you saw in the first game, I think it was like 3 levels on Xayah. Like, that's when you get 3 levels on someone, the game's just over. Like, the enemy guy can literally never fight you.
So I saw you playing Lucian like hype aggressive today. Did you do it just because of you just become more confident, or because of something else?
Well, I think part of it is Lucian's strength, because he's super strong early. You run the mana flow and W start. You just keep throwing your W out, and you get so much mana back. And the other part is, I guess, when I played against Uzi, it was really difficult in the Lucian matchup, like no matter what I was playing. So part of it I picked up from that, and then part of it's Braum too. Like, Braum enables Lucian super hard.
Yes.
Like, he just hit a Q and it's like, oh, that guy's stunned, and he has to flash or he's
or
dead.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What happened to Africa today? They didn't seem so scary as usual.
I mean, I think it's just their theme at this tournament, because from what the games look like in Group A, they're playing really slow.
Yeah.
And I think if you play a slow game right now, you're going to get really punished, because if the team can actually just play aggressive on you, you'll just get so much gold, so many objectives, push your turrets, and there's not even like responses to it. Like, we're just taking so much stuff for free that they have no time to scale, and we just get all of our items first.
So do you think it's only happened to Africa or all the team in LCK right now?
I think Gen.G was very similar. I mean, the only team that Gen.G beat was us one time, and Vitality was playing super aggressive, RNG plays super aggressive, and then in the one game we beat them, we played super aggressive. So I think it's pretty much any LCK team's weakness. I don't know about KT as much. I think they're definitely a lot stronger as a team, but yeah, for sure the other guys.
So you guys start your way in play-in, and you guys didn't perform that well at first, and you guys keep getting better and getting better. So how do you guys adjust yourself?
I think it's just a lot about taking away as much as we can from every game. There's a lot of things we realized about our macro initially in those play-ins games that if we didn't play, like, maybe we wouldn't have gotten out of groups this year, honestly. Like, there's just so much to learn in a Worlds meta that stage games give you over scrim games that it does give us a slight bit of an advantage, for sure.
Yeah, I can see you guys transferring to aggressive type of play style a little bit about the game. So do you think right now this meta is, pro-aggressive style right now?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think if you play slow, you're gonna get punished and you're gonna lose. There's not really any scaling comps. There's not really enough wave clear in the game to let you get past the early mid game snowballs, pretty much.
So this is just in. Ben just call your daddy on Twitter. do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Do you have a really close relationship with Ben?
I wouldn't say I'm like close with Bang, but we had some solo queue games where he was playing Soraka and I was playing AD carry, and then I called him my son. He's like, "Okay, Dad."
C9 Bang, let's confirm that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys goes into semifinal with rookies in your roster, right? So being the last hope for NA, what do you feel about that?
Well, honestly, I mean, every year it happens.
Yeah.
We end up being the last hope, because all the other teams just can't get it together for whatever reason, and it's not too much different this time around, but the thing that's different this year is it feels like we can really go all the way and actually win. Whereas before it's like, yeah, we hope they can get to semis, but they're not going to win. But this time it's like, we can actually win.
It's winnable.
Yeah.
So I ask about a lot of people. They say C9 just somehow eventually will made a way out of groups, will get into quarterfinals, and they all look like really compatible. So what do you think? What's the thing that just keep you guys moving forward?
I mean, I think it's just our ability to recognize our mistakes in like reviews and the games itself. Just figuring out the best way to play the game and how to get together at the right moments in the game to actually just kill the whole enemy team pretty much. Because I think the teams that aren't doing well are probably just playing really slow, not trying to fight, and then they end up just reviewing like the wrong things probably, and they just
suffocate guys.
Yeah, like they look at like plays, and actually a lot of their reviews nowadays just go into like micro on the fights, just how we control each of our characters, like what we're doing in a fight, more so than the macro.
Yeah.
I mean, it might just be because we feel like we've gotten our macro to a point where we don't need to criticize it as much because we're doing the right things, but I think that is pretty important in this meta right now.
Unlike LCK, NA and EU are actually looking super strong right now. So what do you think? Why all of you guys involving and LCK stopped right there?
It's hard to say what exactly like made NA and EU so strong compared to LCK.
Yeah.
I think it's just a lot of our own styles that we're able to play. We figured out what works best for us more so than what other teams want to play and what they're good at. Because if you just pick up other champions that other teams are good at and it's not necessarily just good overall, then you're going to mess up your own pick ban. You're going to be on uncomfortable stuff.
Yeah.
You won't know the right situations for fights and that kind of thing. So I think everyone's just playing their own style really well.
Yeah. So let's just talk about yourself. So just imagine if you guys finally won a world championship, what kind of skin that you want?
Yeah, it's hard to say. There's a lot of champions I played this Worlds. I played Draven,
Yeah.
Kai'Sa,
Yeah.
Sivir, Xayah,
Lucian.
and I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, I technically have a Sivir skin.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's correct.
Yeah, so if I had to choose, maybe Kai'Sa, because I mean Xayah already has world skin, Samsung.
Yeah, maybe you can cosplay too.
Yeah. I definitely would.
Do you think you playing so strong this year because of cosplays buffing you?
For sure. That's the only reason, actually.
Yeah. Maybe next year we see all kinds of AD carries start cosplaying.
Yeah, they're gonna pick it up for sure.
Yeah, sure. So one last question. Do you have anything to say to the people who support in China?
Yeah. Thanks for cheering me on. It means a lot to me. 谢谢。